Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd let you know what I save or splurge on. When it comes to my skin, I've never really had any major skin problems or concerns, just dull skin, hyperpigmentation. But typically, my skin is usually okay for the most part. But one thing that I splurge on is skincare. This one is bigger than this, and I'm noticing this just now. But yeah, anywho, when it comes to skincare, I splurge, and I say splurge because to me these were expensive. This was about 2,800 if I'm not wrong, and this was about 2,500 or 600. And the reason for this is I like to pay attention to my skincare. I find that if I pay more attention to my skincare, then I don't have to work so hard with makeup, which, you know, makeup can be a lot. There's the skill of learning how to do it properly, then it transfers to your clothing, then it's a lot. So I prefer to splurge on my skincare. Now, this here is an actual, in hindsight, it's an actual save because I've bought the travel versions of this, which are like tiny. Hopefully I'll insert a picture here, but I have like bought the smaller, like the smallest travel size of this, and it lasted me about a month, and these ones have lasted me about 6 months, and they're not done. I feel like I still have like 2 or 3 months worth of this because I only cleanse my face maybe 2 times a day on a good day because I'm very lazy with doing my nighttime routine. But yeah, and I use like about pea size, about a pea size, no, just a pea size, tiny, and it a little goes a long way. So I feel like I still have, can you see it? I feel like I still have a lot of time with this one. With this one, I'm not so sure. I can't really see. Let me just put this away. But it feels like maybe a month or 2 to go. And I've already had this for about 6 months. So it's a save for me because the smaller one is about 900 shillings and this is about 2,500. The 900 shillings one lasted me a month. This one has lasted me about 6 months. So really, I don't even think that's a splurge. I think that's a save. Yeah. Phone cases or phone accessories, I save. I, for the life of me, cannot buy a phone cover for anything above 300 shillings, no matter how good it is, how good it looks, what they say it does. I'm not the one. I can't. I buy these things off AliExpress and they are like 200 bob. This one was literally 200 shillings. This pop socket thingy was maybe 100 shillings or 80 shillings. I don't splurge on those. I also don't splurge on makeup tools. All my makeup tools are probably 100 shillings at most. I buy them from either AliExpress or Dubois, whatever you like to call it, and I prefer to save there. This is very random. There's no order to it. The thing I'd rather splurge on is books. Now, if I get a good book at a second-hand place for cheap, great. But I've bought this book, and I don't know if you can tell, but this book is not legitimate. It's not a legitimate book. And I tried to read it, and this is The Thing Around Your Neck by Chimamanda. And I bought this off the street, off these places that they even have them wrapped, you know. And I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, it's almost as good as buying it from a bookshop, like just a few hundreds, and I would have bought a new one from a bookshop. But anyway, you live and learn. So one, the font, maybe this is me being petty, I don't know, but the font is weird. It's very weird. And then there are parts in the book where, let me see if I can find it. Aside from parts in the book where the font is like distributed weird, like here, it's distributed so weirdly. So it's very disturbing for me when I read, disturbing and distracting. So what happened here is that I didn't read this book and I want to sell it. So I would rather buy new. Okay, it would have been more effective if I showed you the new version of that book, but alas, I don't have it. So I would rather buy new books. I actually got this book on sale at Textbook Center. This wasn't even a Black Friday sale. It was a random sale they were doing, and I bought this book for maybe 400 or 500 shillings. I love the story. I'm yet to finish it. But yeah, I'm good with spending a little bit more money on books because I read quite a bit, and those small things like the font being distributed will not bug me. So yeah, this is and I also use cards as a bookmark thanks to my brother. That's like a small detail. That's no, actually that's a save. You know what, this is a save. Instead of buying bookmarks, I use cards, like old displaced cards from a card deck, or from this card deck that I got from AliExpress. Okay, first of all, Msini judge, you'll hear AliExpress a lot in this video. I got this really nice black card deck, which I thought would be great when I'm entertaining, even though I rarely entertain. But this was like a floating card and it doesn't do anything, and that's what I use as a bookmark. Save. So clothes are a bit of both a save and a splurge. If there's something that's been on my wish list for a long time and I find it being sold at a higher price for better quality, I'm going to splurge. But if I can save, and if I'm going to get something high quality for like 100 to 500 shillings, I'm gonna buy that. But there are some pieces that I've found that it's really important to just splurge on mara moja, and then probably don't buy another one in a while, like a blazer. And there's this really cool quote that I found also on a page on Instagram. I will try and insert it here as well. I will actually insert it here as well, and I'll also add the details of the page down here. But yeah, for those pieces I was like, you know what, let me just see how far these things, or how long these things last. But I felt like when I bought them, I was like, okay, this is a good splurge. But for t-shirts, tops, I'm like, no. I those ones I could save. For a good pair of jeans right now, with where I am with finding good jeans, I'm ready to splurge. I'm ready to splurge because it's a struggle. So one thing about me is that I wear glasses or contact lenses, but that is one thing that I've never been able to. Have you been comboed the whole time? I've never been able to splurge on eye care because it's expensive. Like, you go into Optica or Bows or wherever, or even Star Optics, and you find frames being sold for like 5,000 shillings going upward, which, you know, that's not even the most expensive frame. But I'm like, I haven't even bought the lens yet, so I'm like, I'm going to buy a frame from elsewhere. Okay, all right. But now recently I went to some optician, and I went to an ophthalmologist, and he told me that he saw my glasses. So I was getting my frames from Dubois, and for like 100-200 shillings, and they were like these really big frames, which I used to like. But he told me that the danger with that is that so you see, these ones are much smaller. So he told me when you have a bigger frame, your power doesn't get concentrated at your eye, like where your eye needs to see through. So the bigger the frame, or rather the lens to your eye ratio, the bigger it is, the more dangerous it is for your eyesight. So he told me to get a smaller frame, which I think I tried, and I got a smaller frame. I got this one from Star Optics, and it's still a cheap frame, but hi Bambi. So I'm probably going to replace this. I'm going to try and splurge next year. A new pair of glasses is in my wish list. I'll have this as a backup, but I would like to splurge and see if like there's a difference, because in my how many years, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, I've been wearing glasses for 16 years. In my 16 years of wearing glasses, you can easily, you can be cheap with it, like, in my opinion, as long as you buy a good quality lens. The rest is need details. Same for my contact lenses. I go for the cheaper versions because already my power complicates and my power is quite high, which means my eyesight, or my eyes, are just not good at their job. So I'm not about to splurge on that, honestly. And in the same breath, opticians give you really ugly, is it just me, but they give you really hideous, terrible looking glass cases, and I'm like, why can't you just make these things more aesthetic, you know? So I got this one from AliExpress, and it's because it's minimal, it's aesthetic, it looks nice, and it's not an eyesore on my surfaces like the ones the opticians give you. Bedding. So I used to be those people of, oh, you know me, I wouldn't splurge on bedding, but I have had a duvet cover from Smart Lady Home from the time I moved out, which is 2020, till now, and it's held up so well. So this year I decided to buy more and just be like, okay, one duvet per bed, and then just duvet covers. So far so good, because they protect your duvet, which means you don't have to wash your duvet so often, which in the long term makes more sense money wise to me, because I'm not that person who's gonna be buying duvets every year or every 2 years. I haven't bought much bedding in the past 2 years. Actually, I've not bought new bed sheets. Same thing for bed sheets. Actually, for bed sheets, if you can get high quality bed sheets mara moja, I got mine from Isli and they're pretty decent. So although for bed sheets they were quite expensive, I was like, where it costs this much to like adult? Yeah, but they've held up pretty well, and I've not had to replace any bed sheets in the past 2 years. In my house, there are only 2 pairs of bed sheets per bed, so I've not seen the need to have like a trillion sets of bed sheets at all. So there, for me, it's like a splurge at the first buy, but it's a save long term. Does that make any sense? Yeah, power banks. Now I'm just gonna use the things that are here. Power banks, splurge. So the thing is, Miniso has really good power banks. I've not had a bad experience with Miniso power banks. I got one for my dad, and I think my mom also got one from Miniso, and they're pretty decent. They've held up really well, and I love that they come in this like minimal designs, compact, not too dramatic, nothing crazy happening, you know, just simple. It's a bit heavy. I would like something that's lighter, but you know, I'm not mad at this. I could live with this. So that for me is a splurge, and I don't even think it's a wild splurge. This one was about maybe 1800 or 2000 shillings. I bought it maybe last year. Yeah, and I still have it, no issues, no problems. Charges my phone like maybe 10 times before it dies out, so love it. Another thing I've come to save on is lip balms. Wow, I saw this on TikTok, and I've seen a number of dermatologists say that, you know, Vaseline is the best thing for your lips. And I was like, I was that babe who, any new lip balm, I'm there, I'm with it, and I want it. But I realized that these lip balms that have all this aesthetic, finesse, drama to them, they don't do the job that well. And I've just been using this Vaseline for the past maybe 3 months, when my previous lip balm was not working, so I gave it to someone and they were like, okay. So this one, I've also had the Vaseline lip therapy, so when this is over I will try the Vaseline lip therapy. But also someone gifted me like a handmade lip balm, and it's been nice, but I don't know where I put it. But yeah, but save. And I think the lip therapy goes for 250, while other lip balms are being sold for 300, 400, 500. Like, why? For makeup, I think the word save or splurge is subjective, but there's something that's always been a classic for me is the Davis pencil. I think I buy it in number 40. Okay, I'm lying, I don't usually know the number. I just go there and eyeball it, and I'm like, okay, that one, I want that one. These ones at Dubois are 30 shillings, and they do the job. And since mastering my eyebrow drawing technique, I don't even have to use them as much, so save. When it comes to lipsticks, I'm really leaning towards splurge, and the major reason is because I used to be that chick, because these things were not accessible to me at some point in my life. I wanted them all, but now I'm like, honestly, 2-3 lipsticks are enough. And right now I only have 3 lipsticks, and I even feel like 2 is good enough for me. And I've bought some and they didn't work out, I gave them to my friends or my cousins or something. But one lipstick that I think is an absolute splurge for me, this Nuba, it's called Nuba, and I think it's Nuba 46. Yes, Nuba 46. This red lipstick is so yummy. Like, I'm just going to insert a picture of me wearing this lipstick here, and wow, and let me tell you, minor with lip liner, without lip liner, perfect. But it goes for like maybe 2,500, and when it's on sale maybe 1,900 thereabout. But this, for me, I would buy it over and over. If this dries up, expires, goes away, this is my red lipstick forever, and it's great. I love it. The other one is Untamed Beauty. This is on the chopping block because I'm not sure, and it wasn't too expensive. It was maybe about 1,200, and it's, if you can tell, I like a good matte lip, and especially because of the pandemic and wearing masks and everything, I was not wearing these creamy lipsticks. Like, what was the point? So I've been doing matte, and when I want it to be a bit creamy, I just like apply a lot of lip balm and just dab it on my lips. For this, it's okay, it's nice, but there are days I feel like it's not giving, it doesn't look that flattering on me, but there are days it does, so it's very confusing. So maybe I'm the one who needs to learn how to apply it better, I don't know. Another one, Canvas Cosmetics. Let me tell you, so I have an auntie who lives abroad, and I know something is on fleek the moment she goes, "What lipstick are you wearing?" Or she sees my photos on Instagram and she goes like, "What lipstick are you wearing? I want it." And this is one of them. Actually, both of them. But this she already has. So this one, she saw it and she was like, "I want the lipstick." She is exactly who she thinks she is, this lipstick. And it's the Canvas Cosmetics Kahawa. Is good. It looks very nice. It is wonderful. It is beautiful. It is the only nude lipstick that I feel is truly me, you know, truly nude, truly wonderful, beautiful, and I love it. And it was about, maybe, I bought this on sale also. It was somewhere around 1,600 or 1,500 to 1,900. Actually, it wasn't on sale. They were doing free delivery, and it was about there 1,900. So for some people that's a save, for some people that's a splurge, but for me that's a splurge because I used to buy lipsticks for like, hey, is lipsticks correct? I used to buy lipstick for like 100 shillings at Dubois, you know, and so transitioning to spending that much on lipstick is like, well, it's a lot. But yeah, for me that's a splurge. Mascara for me is a save. Hey, me, I'm going to buy the mascara when it's on sale. I'm not about to buy mascara full price. But when I bought this one, my mascara was getting clumpy. And my mascara was getting clumpy, and so I was like, okay, it's alright, let me buy it full price. And I bought this one, but it wasn't expensive like the Maybelline Colossal ones. This one was about 1,100, I think, or 1,000 or 900, within that range. I got it from Beauty Bar. I'll try and link it below. Mascara for me makes a lot of difference, and I think it's really one of those products that no matter how minimal I am, I must have, because it makes me feel more awake. Like, yeah. An ultimate save for me is foundation. I will buy the cheapest foundation because I don't use it that much. I mostly use it to like highlight my eyebrows or just spot, what's the word, spot correct? No, I don't know what the term is, but yeah, I just use it like on specific areas, and I'm like, do I want to spend 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 on foundation? No, I'm going to buy the cheapest foundation. Cheapest but quality. That being Maybelline, especially when it's on sale. That's me. I'm gonna tell you the story of this thing. So I love bags. I have always loved bags. Those are things that I can splurge on, and a purse is like one of those things. And I used to be that chick who had a wallet this big, And for context, okay, like vertically maybe it's big, but yeah, I used to have a wallet like this long, and then I just found that these ones, the more compact they are, the better. And I got this one from Woolworths. It's faux leather, but it's better quality for faux leather. It's like, you know, leather has different equal qualities tofauti. So I love this one because it's segmented, so you can put your cash, your cards. I don't understand human beings who buy card holders. I don't even understand human beings who collect cards from people. I say no. I would rather take someone's number if I want, or their socials, like if I want to remember them, but I'm not about to take anybody's card. Unless I'm taking the card so that I don't offend you. You get, like, it's a high profile person, they give you their card and you don't want to offend them, or you don't want to look like that Gen Z kid who just doesn't care. I will take the card and I will throw it out later after saving your number, because see, the card has your number and your email address, you know, like that technology. Please guys, like, stop. So it also has like a pocket here for coins, and I love this. This was a splurge, I'm not gonna lie. From someone who used to buy these things for 200 shillings from Du Bois to buying this for 3,000, it was a lot. But I never found a plain black purse with just gold detail, just haina madoido mingi, nothing too much going on. I would always find things with stuff written, and I'm like, okay, I'm a grown woman now, do I want cartoons? Okay, but first of all, if cartoons are your jam, you do you. But like, it gets to a point, it gets visually disturbing for me to have stuff drawn here and whatnot. So this one was a splurge. I gifted it to myself because I hit a milestone that I wanted to hit. So like, immediately, yes. It did not come with this, so don't go to the store expecting to see. I don't even know if they're there anymore, by the way. But it did not come with this. I got this from a pouch, but sometimes I like to step out with just my wallet, and so I just like to hold it like this. Another thing that I save on is underwear. I did a little survey on my Instagram. There were a lot of girls like me who would rather save on underwear, but there were a lot of girls who would rather splurge. As a lady, you typically have to switch up your underwear like after every 3 months or so, because biology and they just start to wear out. So for me, how I'm going to spend a large amount of money every 3 months on underwear makes no sense. For me, who is very small busted, I could live without bras. Or there are chicks who are not on the petite side, so they're plus size, or they just need things to hold them together a little bit better, and they have to splurge on the thing. So they have to splurge on bras, they have to splurge on underwear, and that's okay. But me, underwear especially, no. I go where I can find them for good quality at a good price, and that is usually Tea Room. It's a shop, like, there's no way to describe where that place is, and they sell good underwear, and it's decent, and it's affordable, and it's sold wholesale, so I just go there and buy them wholesale. But for bras, I have some bras that my auntie sent me, which is great, but I've become a fan of bandos, and one place that I've been buying my bandos is Shop Zetu. A friend of mine plugged me. So bandos have been doing the job. It holds you together, you look decent, and I'll insert some pictures here. I think for the ones I recently bought, they're supposed to be tops. It looks like they're supposed to be tops, but I'm not about to wear them like this as a top, you know. And for Shop Zetu, honestly, they have some good basics. I've seen some things that I'm like, in the future maybe, but I'm supposed to be on a no buy or a low buy, so maybe not, I don't know. But they have some really nice basics. I shopped with them during the beginning of the Black Friday sale. Their logistics are horrible, but you know, maybe it was because it was a sale. But overall, the product, awesome. So that for me was a save, because I bought it during a sale. It's not wildly expensive, and in general, I don't splurge on intimates. Hair care, I used to save on hair products, but the moment I started to splurge, Me, I've got to splurge on hair care. Number one is because I rarely hit the salon. I don't go to the salon, and I'm actually planning to go to the salon maybe maximum 2 times in 2023. I'm I'm not going to skimp on the price, on the product and the pricing. If and granted, sometimes expensive hair care doesn't mean that the hair product is good. So I'm still in my testing phase. There's some products that I'm like, worth all your coins, and maybe I'll do a video about that. If you're interested, let me know down below in the comments. But I have been buying high quality products. They're a bit more expensive, but they leave my hair feeling so good, and I'm like, you know what, I deserve it. These products last me probably about 2 to 3 months for someone who washes their hair once a week or once every 2 weeks. I think that's a decent amount of time for product to last you, and also because of the volume of my hair, it's quite a lot. So if those products last me that long, I'm like, I'm getting cost per use, so good. Another thing that I splurged on recently is, wow, it is very dirty, but like it's because I used it. Okay, this needs to be cleaned, so you guys, you will have to not judge me. I've also not figured out how to clean this thing, but I got this is it a Philips? Yes, I got this Philips hair straightener. This was an investment, you guys. Like, it was not cheap, but I was like, anytime I go to the salon, they over straighten my hair. I leave the place with my hair smelling burnt. I get heat damage. What's the point? So I got this straightening brush for 7,000 shillings, and now I don't go to the salon to get my hair straightened. I go to the salon, even when they're braiding me, I go with my hair already straightened, just to control how much heat damage I'm likely to get. Yeah, so this for me was a splurge, but I don't go to the salon. I prefer to do my own hair. So that's another one that's, in hindsight, long term, that's a save. It's not an investment, it's a save. I know I use the word investment here, but that's not it. It doesn't give me anything back, but it saves me energy, time, money, and hair damage or heat damage. Another thing I splurge on are bags. I love bags. Typically, I don't buy bags as much. I mostly make them for myself. I used to sell bags. And for me, splurging has really, it's really great to splurge on a good bag, because they last you like for a lifetime. And for leather bags, there's one that's on my wish list for next year. I would like a brown tannish tote, because I feel like it's just going to give me an elevated look, you know, sliding into my more mature lady stage. But it's those are things that I don't skimp on. I would rather have one good bag than 10 useless ones, or 10 bags that are low quality, that keep coming off, that are uncomfortable to carry, that don't carry what you need to carry. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I think that is the last of my save versus splurge. I think I had a lot of splurges. You know, am I becoming an expensive babe? I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, let me know what you save or splurge on. Do you agree with me? Do you not? Drop it down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles.